That down, guys. Let's get into it here, shall we? We got a bunch of trailers we need to talk about today. And fortunately, some good ones. And we're going to start off with this one. Gladiator 2, which I think laid an egg with the first trailer they put out. I don't understand period piece movies that decide to use modern heavy metal or hip hop or whatever. And I just don't get that. And I didn't think the trailer landed all that good. I didn't think it was terrible. I just think they made some terrible choices in it. Well, they just put out a new trailer for Gladiator 2. And I got to tell you, I personally think it's significantly better. Like, a lot better. It actually worked for me. It felt more gladiatory. Is that a word? Doesn't matter. I'm making it up now. Gladiatory. Somebody call Scrabble. Put it in the book. It felt much more gladiatory. It definitely had more of the spirit and tone of the original Gladiator. We got a little bit better of a picture. Again, I don't expect first trailers to give us a full picture of what a movie's about.
Yeah.
Because it's just the first little trailer. But in your second and third trailers, you start to give us a picture of what's the movie about. And I feel like this trailer gave us a little bit more into the motivations of Paul Mescal, who is, of course, and this trailer confirms what we all suspected. He is Maximus's son, which is something, again, we all thought they kind of alluded to in the original Gladiator. Definitely Gladiator 2's first trailer seemed to allude to that a little bit. This one, they straight up say it, your father, Maximus. So they give that. Also, we get a little bit more understanding of what's Denzel doing here. He's trying to take over Rome. And now, with a little bit of a better picture, much more appropriate music. The music in this was great, I thought. A grander scope of it, understanding a little bit more of the background between Pedro Pascal's character and Paul Mescal's character. I think this was a much improved trailer because I'll tell you what, look, I'm not going to lie. I'm just being honest. I'm just going to say out loud what everybody's thinking. I'm still a little worried about the whole Ridley Scott angle. Ridley Scott hasn't been good in like 15 years. Other than The Martian, Ray.
Yeah.
Other than The Martian.
Right.
The Martian is awesome. Pure awesome. But other than that, and again, Ridley Scott, first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt. His legacy is secure. He's going to go down as one of the great directors of all time. I'm just saying, the last 10 to 15 years, I mean, even just in recent years, right? Napoleon, woof. The House of Gucci certainly wasn't as good as it could have been. The Last Duel, that should have been great. It was kind of painful. Then you're going back to movies like The Counselor and whatever else.
I mean, those movies you mentioned, he's got some supreme star talent on that roster too.
Oh, absolutely. Like everybody, understandably, is still lining up to work with Ridley Scott. Of course you do. You get an offer to work with Ridley Scott, a guy who's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, you take it. Absolutely you do. Hell, even look at this movie. Pedro Pascal, Denzel Washington, Paul Mescal, the kid from Stranger Things who's going to be Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four.
Playing one of the emperors, yeah.
God.
I always freeze on his name. Always forget his name. But anyway, he's in there. I mean,
Napoleon should have been it to me.
God. Remember when we saw the Napoleon trailer at CinemaCon?
Yeah. Sorry if my voice is a little bit going out.
He was screaming a lot at Halloween
I was
Horror.
screaming a lot at Jurassic World, the ride.
But that looked amazing.
And
Remember how excited we were for that movie?
That should have been it. That
should have been it.
Phoenix. We saw a preview. If the whole thing was like the preview we saw,
would have been a home run. Movie would have been a home run.
But I never saw it.
But it wasn't.
Saw it. You guys said it was this.
It's a jarbled mess. The whole movie was a jarbled, incredibly unenjoyable. So I'm still worried about that when it comes to Gladiator 2. But again, just talking about the trailer. If a trailer's job is to take your excitement level wherever it is, however high or low, and bump it up a bit, this trailer did it. I am now actually finding myself pretty much looking forward to Gladiator 2.
The very first thing I said while I was watching the trailer was, this movie is going to make a little money.
A little money.
There hasn't been anything in theaters like it for a while, I don't think. Like a Colosseum, Rome sort of
Yeah, but I thought the same thing about Napoleon. And it didn't make any money.
Napoleon is not strapping on 2 axes fighting
and riding a rhinoceros.
Get on the rhinosaur.
The rhinosaur.
And also, it doesn't have Denzel.
Fuck you, I'm making up another word for Scrabble. The Rhinosaur.
Rhinosaur. I feel like it's like some kind of transformer. I like it.
Right. There's Autobots, the Decepticons, and the
It's gonna make
Rhinosaurs.
a lot of money. This trailer is very exciting. I'm so pumped for this movie now. But my question is, if this movie flops, fails, isn't good, is this it?
For Ridley?
Scott?
Oh, for Ridley?
Is this it for everyone lining up to work with him? Is this it?
He's going through his greatest hits of movies, so I don't know how many more franchises he's got to revisit.
I'll say this. I think that's a great question. I think if this sucks and it's a flop, and I'm not saying it will be, we're just theorizing here. If this movie sucks and is a flop, I think it's absolutely the last time any studio will invest a lot of money in any one of his movies.
This is a big
think
budget.
You'll still see one or two. Yeah, I think you could still possibly see like a lower budget film from him made with like a Lionsgate or something like that. But I think it's the last time a studio says, yeah, Ridley, we'll put up $150 million or whatever it is.
Does he have a vineyard? Or like a wine?
Vineyard he
Does
can
he have
sell.
a vineyard he can sell?
He's going to be doing Red 2, the sequel to Red 1.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Miracle Made. Guys, it's hot outside and your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. So if you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. There are just so many things that make these sheets so fantastic. We already mentioned the self-cooling properties for better quality sleep, but they're also self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. So go to trymiracle.com/Campea. That's TRYMIRACLE.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. Anyway, guys, the question is for you. What did you think about the new trailer for Gladiator 2? I mean, put aside how good or bad you think the movie itself will be. What did you think of the trailer? I gotta say, I think it was a step up from the last one. I think this is a legitimately good trailer. Not just better than the last one. I think it's a legitimately good trailer. And I'm more interested now in seeing this movie than I was before. Fingers crossed it can be a return to the magic of Ridley Scott. I don't have a lot of confidence in that, but let's hope it is. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.